In this A2 Music Tech revision session, we're going to look at music production effects. Now, this is quite a broad subject area with lots of effects to look at and investigate. The kind of things that you're going to be asked in the A2 exam compared to the AS is quite different actually. So you will be expected to understand kind of the effects that have been applied to an instrument, or how an effect works, or how it's developed through history. These questions are mainly focused around the practical tasks, but you could get asked a general question as well, like how to edit an effect, or um, how much delay time has a particular effect got. So one of the most important things about this particular task is understanding signal flow and the creative application. So you may have to do some automation, you may have to set up a chain of effects. For instance, a few years back we had a question come up where you had to set up a reverb as a send and then apply, say, 20% to each track. So it wasn't clear that it had to be a send, but it kind of hinted it that way. And if you knew how to set up that effect in the first place, you'd be fine. A few of my students actually set it up as an insert and actually kind of struggled with that a little bit. And there are really good marks to be lost on this one. So making sure that you understand the signal flow and understand how effects work is going to be really important. One thing I would do is just concentrate on the main effects, okay? Once you've got the main effects nailed down, you can then start going into some of the others. So the main ones are kind of compression, gating, reverb, delay, modulation effects, and maybe some distortions. And then after that, you can go more in depth into how the others work, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking at below. We've got loads and loads of resources in this area, so it's going to take you a little bit of time. But every single effect has been covered, so you can actually go through and just look at the webinars, look at the presentations, try and answer the quizzes, look at the revision cards, and even look at the past exam questions related to this. It will be quite an in-depth thing that you have to do here, from answering practical questions to answering just normal theoretical questions. Or if it comes up in question 4, you will obviously get either a history or how it works question. Just to recap on what I've just said then, so the questions you get are, so history and development, how an effect works, applying an effect to an instrument or voice, editing that effect, and what effect can you hear. Those are the kind of more common questions you could get in this area. So you will need to do lots of listening and analysing, and just recap and consolidate all that information that you've been doing throughout your coursework and throughout the last exam as well.